Hello, and welcome to Friday for Friday for this Friday, April 28th, 2023. Today's issue includes robotic bassinets, robotic boots, and robotic dogs, plus fake news and a school made out of straw. Did you know that these stories aren't meant to be merely entertaining? I'm making assumptions here, so forgive me if you disagree. No, these stories are meant to make you think a bit. Could this new information have an effect on you or your business? Consider the impact that one small change or new product might have that could ultimately impact you, your business, your customers, your suppliers. How can you be better prepared for that change? That's the goal here. I find these signals of change and bring them to you. Then you consider their potential impact for you and try to plan accordingly. What a great team we make. Ready to get started? All right, let's get going. We'll start with our story number 1, new trends in garages and parking lots. Did you know that there are about 2 billion, with a B, parking spots in the United States? And we don't need them as much anymore, what with more people working from home or taking an Uber or Lyft where they need to go. So some parking lots or garages in big cities are being transformed into housing, which we in the US are currently lacking. Some people are even transforming their garage of their house into mini housing units for family members or for the extra income that the rent will bring in. I expect this trend will only continue as we move into a world of self-driving cars and have less of a need for parking and more of a need for housing all across the country. Give some thought as to how this trend might offer an opportunity for your business or interfere with your future plans if they are heavily dependent on parking garages, or other car-related real estate. All right, moving on to story number 2, innovations in healthcare. These are coming fast and furious these days in this disruptive market. Some recent products on the market include a robotic bassinet that keeps babies on their backs to prevent SIDS, a wearable artificial kidney as a potential replacement to dialysis, and a flexible electrotherapy bandage that accelerates healing. In other health news, a simple wall-mounted device can kill bacteria and viruses in a room, a new antacid offers a more chemical-free solution, and special time-release drug technology is being worked on as well. Plus, AI can help read biopsy reports. Ultrasounds can move to a phone app. Chatbots can diagnose your health issues. And a robotic boot can make walking easier for those with issues. It's quite the list in a short time period. So be sure you're paying close attention if you are a consumer or producer of any healthcare-related products or services. And with that, let's move on to story number 3, the latest in AI and copyright laws. Some key questions at play here from one of the articles, the quote, "If a user prompts an AI tool to build a new character based on or influenced by an existing one, like, say, SpongeBob, then do they need permission from the creators or owners of SpongeBob? And does their new creation have any copyright protection? Who owns the copyright protection if AI is doing the designing?" This is starting to matter more and more because our AI tools feel the right to freely steal whatever information they can access without proper attribution. And they are also capable of completely making up fake photos of real people. So how do we know what is real anymore? Can you tell a fake photo or video from a real one? It's going to get harder and harder unless, or even if, we enforce rules about ways to share AI-generated content. All right, moving on to story number 4, trends in sustainability. Some cool new innovations in sustainability popped up recently, and that includes artificial reefs that look like Lego blocks, a Danish school made out of straw and seaweed, an oil company attempting to suck carbon dioxide out of the air so they can keep drilling for oil, and a new trend in the funeral industry, terramation, or human composting, as an alternative to burial in a casket or cremation. All these weather changes from global warming are causing huge shifts and destabilization in the insurance industry as well, especially in areas with lots of serious weather events. What does this mean for you? Remember, lots of disruption means lots of opportunity. Where is the opportunity for you? It's time to start looking in the climate change world. All right, let's move on to our final story, story number 5, robots. Yes, I know, I already mentioned robots in the healthcare section as story number 2, robotic bassinets and robotic boots, but these are just plain old robots, not healthcare specific ones. The ones that popped up this week include a soft robot that can shift from swimming to walking or crawling to rolling so that it can get wherever it needs to go. Plus, a robot that can dribble a soccer ball. Why do we need that? To replace soccer players with robots? No, the idea is to find a way for robots to handle unpredictable situations like the movements of a soccer ball in a soccer match. And the New York Police Department is introducing 2 digi-dogs to the force. These robotic dogs will help with risky situations like hostage standoffs, although they're being criticized as being creepy and dystopian and a knockoff of RoboCop, so we'll see if they stick around. Robots are coming fast and furious these days, so give some thought to what that might mean for you, your business, your customers, your suppliers. How could this change trickle down and impact you? That's the point of all these stories, right? All right, so that's it for today. Thanks for joining me for this week's 5 for Friday. If you're curious about the newsletter, which always has more details and individual stories than the video, then check out my website to request a free copy before you pay to subscribe. And as always, I hope you'll sign up to receive these videos directly from me or subscribe on YouTube so you can continue to hear more about these signals of change that could impact your small business. Thanks again for joining me today, and happy Friday.